In this video, we're going to talk about 5 incredible neighborhoods for families in the beautiful Horizon West, Florida. If you are at all familiar with Horizon West, Florida, the Winter Garden area in Central Florida, then you know that they cater to families here, but some neighborhoods are just a little bit better than others when it comes to family-forward amenities. And in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 of those very neighborhoods. There are so many other communities in Horizon West, Florida, Winter Garden area that are amazing for families, for singles, for whoever's looking to move here. These are just 5, guys, and there's so many more. If you want to talk about more, let me know in the comments down below. But let's get right into this video. We're going to start with Independence. And really quick, my name is Andrew Sweet. I'm your Orlando, Florida real estate advisor. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, press that notification bell, and if you're ready to make a move to Orlando, Florida, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Now, let's get into the first of these 5 amazing Horizon West, Florida communities for families. So the first community is actually Independence, which is also known as Signature Lakes. And I've done an entire video on Independence, guys, so I won't go into like super detail in this video. If you want the full video of Independence, check it out on my channel. But Independence is a fantastic neighborhood for families who are moving to this Horizon West part of Winter Garden. And there's a couple different reasons for that. One of the best reasons is just the overall amenities of the community. It is a master planned community, but not like brand new. So it's a little more mature in terms of like landscaping. The community's pretty settled in there, and there's a lot of kids that live in the community. The cool thing is they have their own elementary school, Independence Elementary, which is actually inside of the community, as well as a middle school right outside. The high school that they're zoned for is like 10 minutes away. So one of the cool things, I actually live in Horizon West, right in Hamlin. So where Independence is located, it's located very close to the Hamlin downtown area. So you're really close to Publix, to Walmart. There's a Cinépolis movie theater. They're building a Pop Stroke right now. And there's a Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, you know, all your favorite chain restaurants, as well as a bunch of local restaurants. But it's just a very, very family-focused community. And like I said, schools all either inside of the community or just a couple minutes away. It's really funny and I've talked about this in the actual Independence video. When kids get out of school, a lot of them are just like in this big mass riding these electric bikes home because they're so close to school and to home that they can just walk home, ride a bike, or ride their scooters home. It's a really cool thing to see. And imagine like your kids living, playing, growing up inside of their neighborhood with all of their friends. Like that's kind of how I grew up in Tennessee. I grew up with all my friends living in the same neighborhood or just like one neighborhood over. And Independence definitely provides that. And also, touched on it a little bit, it's where it's located. You're about 5 to 10 minutes away, depending on where you are in the neighborhood, to the downtown Hamlin area. Disney World, about a 10-15 minute drive to get onto Disney property. There's also a outlet mall shopping area called Winter Garden Village, which is about a 10 minute drive away. And then things like downtown Orlando, looking at about a 25-30 minute drive, depending on traffic. You're really close to the 429, which allows you to go down to Disney if you want. It also allows you to connect to like the Turnpike, the 408, different roads that are going to get you all over Central Florida. It's also got a lot of community amenities like playgrounds, pools, a ton of walking trails and green space. There's even like a little skate park in there for the kids, so you know they're not getting their skateboards and grinding on random rails around the community. They have their own skate park in the community. It's just an amazing community for families in Horizon West, Florida. Prices in Independence, you're looking at about $500,000 start price in Independence, and that's typically for the townhomes. It's just a little bit pricier in Horizon West, and Independence is a super coveted community, so it's gonna have a little bit more expensive prices. Homes can be anywhere from $600,000 to $700,000, and depending on the homes, they have some homes that are on a lake that see the Disney fireworks every single night. Those homes are going to be million plus. So it does offer things from townhomes all the way up to luxury lakefront mansions, just depending on what you're looking for. Number 2 is Hamlin Reserve. Now, Hamlin Reserve is another community that's in very close to that Hamlin area. I mean, the name says it all, right? It is right down the road from the Hamlin Town Center, walking distance even. I mean, it's a super easy, convenient walk if you want to walk to Publix, a restaurant, Walmart, whatever you're looking to do. Being in walking distance from a town center in Orlando is awesome, and it's not something you get everywhere else in this area. You're gonna find a lot of more modern homes in this community, a lot of walking trails. They also have a community pool, and it's gonna be very close to the same schools. The other cool thing about this Hamlin area and these communities around it is that the hospital is right down the road, less like 10-minute drive or so. And things like the Orlando, if you're into golf, the Orlando National Golf Center is like right down the road as well. I actually live in this area, this Hamlin area, and I mean the golf range there, I think it's only like $14 for 70 balls, which is a pretty sweet deal for a really cool driving range like they have. So Hamlin Reserve, guys, definitely on that list for people who are families moving into the area. Prices are going to be very similar to Independence, right? When we talked about the Independence prices, that's going to pretty much be across the board for Horizon West. So just think like, okay, if I have $500,000, that's going to get me a townhome. That's basically a townhome price in this area. Some dip a little bit lower, like you can find some in maybe 460, 480-ish, but usually looking around that 500K range. And they're going to go up from there in terms of like single family homes are in the 600s, 700s, 800s once you start getting into the larger square footage homes. Anything lakefront that's larger, you're looking at $1 million plus. The next community is going to be Story Grove. It's got a lot more newer builds, so it's going to be that newer look, and that's pretty much across the board in Horizon West in most cases. Independence was actually built a little under a decade ago. Started building a little bit around a decade ago, whereas like a lot of these communities like Hamlin Reserve, Story Grove are going to be a lot newer and just have more newer construction in them. But you're going to get some amazing value in this Horizon West area. It's not the place where you come in looking for a like super cheap home and then flip it a year from now. Horizon West, Winter Garden is great for people who like to invest their money long term, or you want to invest in community, right? So if you have a family, you want to invest in where you live, Horizon West is perfect for that. It's not really for fix and flippers, guys, and no short-term rental allowed in this area, which is something to keep in mind. You're not going to have a lot of through traffic in and out of your neighborhood because there is no short-term rent, no Airbnb, VRBO allowed in any of these Horizon West communities. Story Grove is great because you got some neighborhood schools, which is super convenient, and community parks. So you're gonna have a lot. You're also really close to everything that you need around you. All your shopping, your dining, getting to Disney, super quick. Getting to downtown Winter Garden, you wanna hang out in Plant Street, that's really easy as well. Number 4 is also a big one like Independence, and it's another community that I've done multiple videos on. It's called Waterly. You may have heard of it before, but Waterly is a new construction resort style community here in the Horizon West Florida area. There's a lot of lakefront resort style amenities, a bunch of different amenity center with like resort style pools, fitness centers, bunch of events going on. They have their own schools in there. They have shopping in the community. It's a growing community. It's all being built by D.R. Horton, and I believe they're in their last phase right now. So Waterly will no longer be available for new construction in the coming years, but there's still going to be opportunities for resale in that area. It is resort style, and it's they really try to cater to that. So one of the cool things is things like the internet, the cable. It's fiber optic internet too, which is like the best one out there. The lawn care, everything like that is covered by your HOA. It is a higher HOA, higher than anything else we've mentioned on the list because of its resort style amenities, but you get more from that higher HOA too. And there's a lot of kids in the neighborhood. A lot of families live in Waterly. Prices, again, it's probably going to be a little bit higher than some of the others we mentioned just because of what they offer and how popular the community is. But it's still baselines. Just think like 500K plus, 500K, 600K is going to get you a little bit of the smaller product. Whereas you get into the 700s, 800s, 900s, $1 million plus, you're getting something pretty big, maybe on a lake. Another community that is absolutely worth checking out if you're a buyer looking to move with your family into Horizon West is Winding Bay. It's a community built by Dreamfinders Homes. Dreamfinders, they do a great job building homes, quality construction. They build beautiful communities. So you're gonna have a lot of like community parks, trails, and different community amenities like that. It's not as extensive in terms of its master planning as the Independence or Waterly. Independence and Waterly are gonna be those master plan communities on this list. And I can do a full list of master plan communities in Horizon West if you guys want that. But This is going to be just your basic community with basic amenities, but it's in a fantastic location, zoned for some of the highest rated schools in Central Florida. And again, you just have the same access to things that you would at any of these communities in a location sense. All your shopping, your dining is going to be super close by. Getting to Disney is very, very easy. Getting to downtown Orlando, if you hit it at the right time, you can get there very quickly. And the airport, it's about a 35, 45 minute drive, and that's like depending on traffic. You go at the busiest times, it could be 45 minutes away. I can get from the Horizon West area to the airport in 35 minutes. Just depends on when you leave. I'm an early riser for flights, so my wife loves to book them at like 3 a.m., which is awful, but it gets you there quicker. Now, guys, like I said, this was just 5 communities in Horizon West that are good for families, but they're not just good for families. They're good for retirees. I've seen people buying second homes in this area, vacation homes. Maybe you're a first-time home buyer or a new family or single and you want to buy a townhome, or maybe you got a lot of money to spend. You want to buy a lakefront property that sees the Disney fireworks every single night. I mean, these communities are for you. Horizon West, Winter Garden area is an amazing, amazing area in the Orlando, Florida metro. It is so popular. It is growing so much. There's still so much left to be done here, but I can't wait to see how it develops over the next 10 years. And guys, values in this area, they're going to be unmatched once it's completed. If you're ready to find the perfect home for you in Central Florida, even if it's not in Winter Garden, Horizon West, like this video, if it's in Windermere, Claremont, Lake Nona, Oviedo, Winter Park, or you're looking in like Mineola, Mount Dora, there's so many areas to live depending on what you're looking for. Winter Garden and Horizon West might not be the best one, but I would love to help you find the best home for you or for your family, for your friends, for whoever needs help. So if you're ready to move to Central Florida, or if you just have questions about that process, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. My name is Andrew Sweet. I am your Orlando, Florida real estate advisor. Guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, press that notification bell. And if you liked this video, then you're gonna like this video next. So make sure to check out this one.